What up, guys? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let go. All right, let me get just about ready here. How we feeling? I think this is my first ever, if I'm not mistaken, this should be my first ever New York session live stream here on my page, which is pretty sweet. I don't think I've ever done this on here before, which is really weird considering I've probably streamed for 20,000 hours privately. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool, fam. All right, let me just get my video up and running and we'll be good to go. Let's see. Where is it? Well, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm almost in frame. All right, happy Valentine's Day. And for anybody, whether you got one or not, I love you, you know? All right, hold up. Okay, oh, there we go. Nice. Think this thing should be working. 1 second, almost there. Got the mic here. Being weird. I see. Now we'll just leave that there. Alright, so what's good? What's good, y'all? How's it hanging? Alright, you guys know the drill. Well, many of you know the drill. We like to trade indices around here. Usually we'll get it set up during these hours, during these next 2 hours. This will be a 2-hour stream. I'll be kind of going back and forth between Spanish and English. Entonces, chicos, si tengo aquí gente en español, ¿nos quedamos aquí o vamos para live? ¿Cómo así? Estamos en vivo. Un poquito de español, un poquito de inglés en esta sesión. Entonces, cualquier cosita me preguntan en los dos idiomas. But all right, what's up, y'all? What's up, Che, Gio? See, we got Jesus on here today. Morning. Buenos dias. What's up, guys? Plugged in. What's up, Seth, Eric, Jose, Miguel, Isaiah? What's good, bro? How are you? That Juan, Fernanda. What's up? David, Gustavo, Cole Too Swole. Feeling good. Yes, US30 hit TP. Sick. Alright, let's go. I hope you're all amazing. What's up, Luis? So we see we got CJ Cody. What's good, bro? Cody, the legend. Looks like gold is setting up nicely today. Alright, so we're gonna dive into a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna kick things off here. We have New York Open in 15 minutes, so we'll kick things off here. We're gonna go through US 30, NASDAQ, S&P to kick things off, and so yeah, I mean, let's dive right in. Last night we went to see Latin Mafia, killed it. So if they're near you, definitely go check them out. It was a vibe. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of buying here with indices lately. If you guys have been on these sessions, you know, I know a lot of you guys are members of the community, so we took kind of multiple buys at the very bottom. So we've honestly could have been swinging these. And you know, we talked about it, but I know not everyone. A lot of you I know are trading futures, and you may be trading funded futures. So your trades are going to close out end of day. And then for those of you with CFDs, I don't know how comfortable you are swing trading. So it is really important for you to trade your plan for your exits. I'll share with you exactly what I do, but I think most importantly, let me make sure you guys can see my screen. That'll be really important so that this works out, huh? So, yeah, I mean, I'll give you guys the entries, my exits, and things like that, the mindset, the process behind what we do. But I do want you to stay very honest and truthful to what your system is. Because if you kind of just blindly start copying me, then you're not really building out your edge completely, and you actually might not even be building the right behaviors and habits. So I want to make sure you guys are on the right path as you're going through all this. So we caught buys at the very bottom here, and we took a snipe here. This one was epic. This buy was beautiful. We caught a couple hundred points on this. And I mean, we've just seen non-stop momentum with indices. And I think people kind of get tired. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but there's kind of a fear and almost a buyer's exhaustion. And I'm not saying in terms of the market, I'm saying like behavior, like retail traders. They're like, can we really just keep buying this? And everyone's looking to sell and basically take the top. But one thing that I want you guys to remember is there never really is, the idea of being overbought is a complete illusion. It's honestly really bad, and it's what's the word for it? It's a logical fallacy, because nothing can ever be overbought. Everything is just supply and demand, and clearly there's demand right now. Now, can there be imbalances? Of course. Can the markets target some of these levels that haven't been mitigated? Absolutely. But for things to be too high for you to take positions in, I don't really think that's the case. And I know this really stems from buy low, sell high, right? Some of the first things that you all hear. But also think about how, in the way that I approach the market, take some water, please. Yeah, the way I approach the market, and I know a lot of you have been taught, which is understanding narrative, observe the masses, do the opposite, follow the money. Well, if the first thing that most people learn is buy low, sell high, then they're missing out when the market just keeps going higher, right? So in reality, it's more like buy low or high and just sell higher. Like, that's really the point. And that's also why we use stops, right? So of course, be aware, be mindful, use higher time frames to kind of understand where you are, thank you so much, in the overall market. But also fear, I wouldn't necessarily have that. Awareness, exit awareness, for sure. And then before I start to mark up here, one thing I want to go over is, I must have missed the memos with Mike on YouTube Fridays. No, this is the very first one. This is the first New York session here live with you guys. So, and I'm going to be doing these every Friday. So, be here hanging out with y'all. Just breaking it down. No gatekeeping or anything. We're just trading. But I do want to make some quick reminders. And I don't even need a lot of time, so which is why I'm not even tripping about us being 11 minutes out from New York Open. Important. Guys, don't let pain or fear cloud your judgment here as you're about to trade. If you have already built a plan, just follow that. You're not here to make money today. You're here to make money forever. So in order to do that, you need to be very comfortable with accepting your risk. You need to be very comfortable with accepting a loss, right? If you do those things well, then you're going to win really well. And statistically speaking, most people, after a certain amount of time, actually get pretty good at winning. Believe it or not. People eventually get pretty good at winning. The problem is that you're shitty at losing. And so we're going to take you all from being shitty losers to fantastic losers, the best of losers. And it's going to be great, because that's how you stay in the game. Entonces, chicos, básicamente, reglas rapidito, recuérdense, no estamos aquí para hacer dinero solo hoy, estamos aquí para proteger nuestro capital, hacer dinero a largo plazo. Recuérdense que sus emociones están aquí y van a estar presentes, pero no se dejen. Y básicamente eso es todo. Aprendan cómo perder para que sepan cómo ganar. Preguntas de las gráficas me las hacen aquí y ahí le damos con todo. Alright, so let's dive in. Guys, you know what? We hit 100 on the stream, which I'm pretty sure we're going to. I'll do a giveaway at the end at some point. Why not? Actually, let's make it 150. 100 that's too easy. 150. Actually, I'll do one at 100, and we go 150. We'll do another one too. So, okay, now let's dive into the markets. This is what you really care about. You guys don't care about what I'm saying. You just want me to make you money. So I know what we're all here for. You know. Okay, so starting things off, we're already getting pretty good setups. I think they're pretty clear. A lot of you right now are basically seeing this no problem. We have, during yesterday's New York session, as we're going through 11, 12 o'clock Central Time, so like you guys, adapt to your own time zones, but going 3-4 hours after New York open, we start to build up some liquidity here. The market had just been pushing and pushing and pushing, and we see Nas with a nice clean sell-off right here. And when we get one of these bad boys right here, liquidates buyers, rebalances a bit, market continues, structure, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, so we're trending nicely to the upside here. At this point in time, I want you guys just to zoom out a little bit, we are approaching all-time highs on Nas. So good stuff here, right? We're trading into these higher time frame levels. Now, one thing I do want to make you all aware of, excuse me, is that we've already rebalanced all of these highs. Market mitigations and balances are set. So for today, I wouldn't be surprised if we go all-time highs, and if we even, just price discovery might even take us somewhere crazy. So we'll see. Now that's NASDAQ, right? And again, here we had aggressive sweep. The market doesn't quite go and make higher highs immediately. We kind of get efficient, come back up, and then finally run. I still think we can come back to this area and mitigate this zone. And specifically, I'm going to be taking my buys where we have demand. Our last point of supply over here. So right around 21,860 on this data feed. With your data feeds, remember, price is going to be different. If you're trading futures, obviously price is going to be different. This is NQ for those of you trading futures, or MNQ, which most of you should probably be trading micros. So let's see what we do. All right, so here, this is an easy textbook setup. Take this all day. And here, we're looking at a little bit under about 55, 56 point stop. And then in terms for my exits, now I do use more of a variable exit, so I'll kind of exit based off of what the market's giving us. A little bit of an imbalance in here, but the market's honestly pretty good over here. Not too much going on. If anything, you can see fib extensions, but I think conservatively, your exit's like right over here. This is a high probability exit. Here you have a lot like a key reversal point. So when we break through, this is a very easy exit. 1.8R, obviously it's not super sexy, but this is a pretty likely for it to hit here. Now, I don't think, and we'll respond, we'll see how things react, but if anything, we can push a little bit further, play into these highs, maybe even go higher high, depending on how the market's moving. But I'm going to be pretty satisfied with about these highs right here, these equal highs, a little over a 3R, and we'll target this. But this is NAS. Now, before I go fully confirmed buy setups on NAS, I want to know what price action looks like with US 30. So we switch over here to US 30, and US 30 actually was already moving pretty aggressively to the downside. So if we look at price action, similarly to NAS, and actually I'll split these so we have an easy perspective here. check this out. All right, so excuse me. Okay, so was out in the cold yesterday. So you guys see US 30. All right, yes, US 30 was really, honestly a really mellow move yesterday. So we see it push down. The market right now aggressively was moving back down. So this already rebalanced, played out of the zone. NAS has not. NAS hasn't even been close. So I right now want to just kind of be mindful of that. And if we start to work our way back down, let's see kind of at what pace these setups are happening. Because what we want is for indices to work their way down, but we want to trade whatever's working its way down last. And right now, I think most of you guys are also noticing this big bullish candle before things sell off, right? So this also looks like a pretty decent opportunity here for sells. However, before I make a decision on sells, there's a couple of things that you want to keep in mind, or that I keep in mind as I'm trading this, is we see a sweep and this clears out quite a bit of retail positions, retail sells throughout Asian session, gets close to the previous highs. So you could argue we don't really see a liquidation here. We don't really see a sweep. So going for sells here, in my opinion, a little sketchy. Why? Because on our drop, which was just basically a free fall from London session, it's a 3-hour free fall, but we're now instantly coming right back up. This isn't we're working our way down, the market stays trading bearish, okay, we have a downtrend. This to me looks like a seller's trap, and I am not fully convinced that this is even worth taking for a sell, because one, you already are trading near equal highs, and then second, if we're looking at US 30 on a higher time frame, this right here still needs to be mitigated. This is February 7th sweep right there. So market sweep these highs, clearly equal highs as well, imbalance. We haven't closed this out. NASDAQ is already traded up here. S&P 500 is already traded up here. US 30 has not met these levels, has not closed out this big smart money buy. So this is the area that I'm looking for sells. I think that people are going to be enticed into this sell right here, but I personally am okay with not taking this, because one, we're so quick to drop and so quick to come back up. It doesn't seem to me like this is truly a bearish trend. This is more like, let's lure sellers in and then let this thing rip. So I'm okay with staying out of that completely. And we're gonna have New York open here in 90 seconds. So having this for an entry is kind of going to be my perspective. Someone said, I know typically look for reversal at the end of the week. That sentence doesn't make sense. You typically look for it? Like that's what you normally do, or you're saying that that's what is typically done? So is that something that you think of as well? No. I just respond to what the market's giving me, to be honest. There are some behaviors that happen there are certain things that you'll notice, like Wednesday reversals. That is honestly a truth. It's pretty frequent, but I just respond to what's happening. If we start to get Friday's actually a pretty trending day. So for example, if we start to get into a momentum, it likes to rip on Fridays. So we'll see. But yeah, you guys got to be really mindful of your beliefs. There's certain things that I see traders talk about all the time that they just say as if it's just truth, but it's really just an assumption or a belief that you got from somebody or something. So this Decembers. Oh, don't trade Decembers. Like, what the fuck, bro? Why not? The money's still there. All the setups are still there. What about gold? I'll get to gold. Don't you worry. So, all right, guys, New York open. Bells are ringing. Market's open. We're going to start to get a bit of volatility. One of the things that's helped me the most in just longevity, consistency, discipline is being okay with not taking setups. Not taking average setups, not taking, things that look okay. It's like you just want to take the best setups, high quality setups. If you realize that you're going to get opportunities all the time, then there's nothing to worry about. There's no reason to take low, like you need to have your standards really set with what you see in the market. So as of right now, NAS to me is the easiest play. And then and it looks like it's going to be the case, if US 30 slowly but surely works its way higher, then I'll look for a US 30 sell. So, and this is, right now it's looking good. Because if NAS keeps on climbing, and US 30 is just a little bit slower on working its way higher, then this US 30 trade, which is a higher time frame trade, we're going back to, let me go back to one chart here. We're going back to these areas. We get something like this, and we work our way back up here, at a slower pace, then we have a pretty good chance of actually staying within our structure here. So this is what I would be looking for. So I'll have this marked up for you guys. Setups around here look pretty quality. If we get here today, no promises. I think there's a possibility. So you're looking at, and this is honestly a pretty good, I'd say give or take 50 points. We might get this today. And yeah, taking a position really here where you have equal highs, resistance, anywhere in this area, you can definitely have some pretty good sells. So let's look through there. All right, so we got that going on. So we'll stay patient, have an alert set. Actually, so I'm gonna have this here, and then I want you guys to mark this up yourself, because I want this to also be educational. I want you guys to be able to, learn something, be able to duplicate this. So mark your charts up, have this all set up. Once you have this set up, then drop some nines in the chat for me. Drop them nines. All right. Welcome everyone here. And while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna do a quick translation in Spanish. Chicos, aquí para que los que están en español conmigo, básicamente si ese 30 sigue moviéndose como el que está un poco más atrasado, me gusta mucho la venta en estas áreas. Creo que podríamos continuar hacia abajo. Estoy esperando ventas por estas áreas aquí. Entonces captura liquidez, por aquí podríamos tener buenas oportunidades. Y eso es todo. En verdad aquí también solo hay que esperar. Nada más, esperen y dibujen esto. Cuando lo tengan dibujado me ponen unos 5 en el chat. Alright, y'all got it marked up. Nines, what's up? Okay, there we go. What's up, Ramsey? Y Nasdaq. Alright. Nasdaq es el que nos gusta un poco mejor para las compras. Okay, so let's take a look. So now what we're getting is we're seeing NAS starting to work its way a little bit lower. The market kicked things off a bit bullish, so we actually got a pretty big push to the upside here. Things are starting to crash. This might, maybe, we'll see. But when you start to see something like this, it's starting to give us signs of distribution. So we see a big push to the upside. Clearly this liquidates retail sells. Now, before you get too excited, what you want is you want to see price action trade lower. You want to see there be bearish demand. If there isn't demand at these prices, if things are just quick, just a wick and nothing else, that doesn't mean that things are trending to the downside. It doesn't mean that suddenly like there's just many more sell positions relative to the buys. You need to make sure there's demand. That's what everyone gets wrong about structure. US 30 sell mitigated on other brokers. Did it? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me double check. Thanks for the perspective. Let's see here. I haven't double checked, so that's a good take. I think you're right. US 30 up here. Oh, that sucks. What the hell? Totally did. What? Why am I looking at... Wow. That's annoying. I was busy yesterday during these hours, so... That's whack. Alright, scratch that. This shit's mitigated. Fuck me. Okay. Well, let me pull this up on futures too. Yeah, I didn't look at the markets after like 11 yesterday. Futures. Oh, I totally did. All right, never mind. So, and it's funny because I teach this, but you always want to cross-reference data feeds, right? You want to cross-reference if price has met, your zones, if you're there or not, in order to take positions. So looking at, and you can look at this with a whole bunch of different brokers, a whole bunch of different data feeds, and this is why that's really important for you to do that. So for example, if we go look at where we were here with just different brokers, here we definitely got to the sell already. Entonces básicamente, chicos, con otros puntos de vista, con otras gráficas aquí, estamos viendo que esto ya mitigó ayer. So I appreciate that, man. And that's the thing, guys, I'm always going to be open. I've been in the game for a long time, 10 years now. And, sometimes it happens like that. So it's cool. Dope. Appreciate you. Got him to sell so fire, which is unfortunate because I've been talking about the sell on US 30 for like a whole week, and then I'm literally just for being on the wrong data feed, I missed this trade. Well, it is what it is. Okay, so that does change things a little bit. That changes things actually quite a bit. So now let's reevaluate what we're looking at. So let's go back to how things were looking here. So here we do have the sell-off, and one thing that you have to have in this game is mental agility. You need to be able to flow. Like you hear this all the time, but it's kind of like surfing. Like you want to catch the right wave, and you also have to decide, this is not the wave I'm going to take. So we did in fact mitigate. We did in fact trade out of there, and I just did that with you guys, right? Having the awareness and being, having your pride and your ego drop, making quick decisions to realize, oh, actually this already kind of went down, and that's fine. Because you don't want to chase, you don't want to marry a belief from the past that doesn't help you anymore. So here we see a nice sweep, the market drops. With NASDAQ, we've already kind of traded up into this range. As you guys are kind of seeing, this is still pushing forward. So with that being said, NASDAQ buys are still very much quality. The question then now is, do you want to take the sell up here? So if we mark up, for example, here, and this is why I think Fibonacci is so useful, because I use Fib to understand how these pairs or these indices, or these assets, how they're correlating. So for example, right now, US 30 is pulled back to a little bit over that 618. Whereas NAS here from the same highs, because these are the highs from like 1 a.m. Central Time. If you look at NAS around that time, okay, well, where's NASDAQ at? What's NASDAQ's price action? Of these indices, which of these pairs are more bullish? which of, not pairs, what am I talking about? Which of these assets are more bullish? Which of these are more bearish? And NAS is spiking up, coming back down. So NAS is still trading behind this 618, while US 30 is pretty bullish. So if you are seeing this, let's say, imagine that US 30 and NAS were identical setups. You're going to want to trade the one that's lacking. At least that's what I do. Again, I don't want to tell you what to do, but what I do is I don't want to get in front of the raging bull. If I'm looking for a sell and it's like exactly my setup, that's not the one I want to get in front of. Like, I would want to take the NAS sell. But in this case, we don't have that. The setups aren't identical. Things are definitely a lot different here. So I'm okay with missing out on possible setups with US 30 like you see here, because this does look like it could be a solid play. Individually, this looks good. And even if this gets here and reacts, I'm already at peace with not taking this play, because the price action, the present time right now, US 30 is a bull. It's pushing so bullish, whereas NAS is struggling to go higher. So if NASDAQ starts to move up, then that's going to push US 30 even further. So when you see indices like this and they don't have the best correlation, like right now, NAS is going down and US 30 is going up. Sometimes when they're moving in opposite directions, then you can kind of independently play some of these off. So if it's your setup to sell this, then cool, do that. Please do that. Right now, NAS is moving really strange, and for my approach, leveraging both. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, can we give a shout out to Nancy? You know, it's Valentine's Day, and without Nancy in my life, I mean, things just aren't going how things should be going. So, and what is this? Coffee? Hot chocolate? Both? Oh, if you guys could smell this, oh my God. This is I'm going to burn myself, so I'm not going to drink it, but damn. Thank you so much. Yeah, shout out to all the people on here. Appreciate your support always. And if you got someone in your life that helps you become better every day, definitely cherish that, man. So, all right, US 30 still pushing, because for multiple reasons. One, infinite opportunities. Two, with my plan, I trade whatever setup is lagging. Right now, US 30 is the bull. It's pushing really aggressively to the upside, while NAS is kind of struggling to keep going. So, and NAS is pushing up just very slowly. So I'm not convinced on sells. But that's me. If you want to take that US 30 sell, do your thing. Don't let me stop you. I just tell you what I do, right? And again, that's because I'm at peace with my decisions. I know that after, let's say this would have played out. Let's say it gets to here and it would have melted. I know that I'm not going to go and force another trade today. That I'm not going to go and, feel some type of like I missed out. Definitely not. This is not my invitation here. Right? This is not my invitation. A few years ago, I would have taken this setup all day. But with all the data that I have using the divergence between these correlated assets, it's not for me anymore, because I've seen so many of these break above, break through, because another asset has to keep pushing forward as well. So for me right now, not the case. But we can take a look at S&P as well. You have S&P right here. It's a very similar setup. Clears those highs. The market has then pushed down. If you look at S&P, got it right there. S&P is currently trading around 71%, give or take. So you have S&P at 71%. You have NASDAQ at like a 38.2%. And then you have US 30 trading a little bit higher. So right now, I'll be chill. I don't think I'm going to be trading this. And that's cool. Comenta sobre, hey, here's, no me digas qué hacer, bro. All right, Francisco, I'm gonna look at crypto when I want to look at crypto. We'll get to crypto, bro. Vamos ahí pronto. All right. Actually, you guys decide. Ustedes deciden. Getting crypto. Y'all want crypto? We want metals next. Gold, silver. ¿Qué quieren? What do you guys want? We want Forex. We want dollar pairs. It's your vote. You guys let me know. What do you want? Juan says, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That's right. You should do that. That's a great idea, bro. Back on that. Gold. Didn't ask me to get that first sell on the 5 minute. Yeah, exactly. So Naz already took care of this already. But because it's still lagging behind, it can still keep pushing higher. So it could play out. That's what I'm saying. Like, take it. If you want to, take it. For me, right now, Naz is what is the slowest bull. So when it comes down for the market to actually end up dropping, Naz is probably going to have the most momentum to the downside. Now, what I would have loved is lower lows with actual demand, like this. We see that, and then we could have sold off. We're not getting that. It's struggling to even break below here too. So for that, I'm chilling. No biggie. But again, guys, if you were to take this and I wasn't live, do it. Already subscribed? Cool. So it looks like metals are the winner here. All right. Let's look at some metals. Vamos a ver metales. Y chicos, lo que decía con Indices es, 8.30 parece como una buena idea, pero Nasdaq está más atrasado, entonces por eso es que no voy a estar operando ninguna venta con 8.30. And on another screen, I have my eyes on Indices, so I'll go back if we need to when it counts. All right, we got that. Now these are moving in opposite. Oh yeah, today it's going to be one of those days. Today's going to be one of the days where indices are trading away from each other until later. So you see how it's up and down? So now US 30 is going down and NAS is going up. It's going to be one of those days. All right, metals. Metals, guys, these are sexy setups. These are setups. We love these setups. These are way better, way more clean than indices at the moment. So let's break it down here. Okay. Guys, we have been going, gold has been and silver have been beautiful. So beautiful. Seasonality, we talked about buys from in December, about holding for 3 months or so. Rooting, just sending it to 3,000. It's going pretty well. And I shared this with you guys. I shared this on Monday stream. We talked about the buy setups on gold exactly right here. I shared this with you guys in my Telegram as well. I think my Telegram is somewhere in the description or something. And so we pinned this buy beautifully. It was a sweep of liquidity in an imbalance here after swept this liquidity. So the buy here was amazing. And I think my exit was about 400 or 500 pips. Remember, the stop was about 100. So as amazing as 400 and 500 sounds, it was still like a 4 or 5 R, which is still fantastic. But sometimes it sounds way crazier, but we are in extremely volatile ranges right now. So also it's important for you to realize, don't fear big stop losses just because they're more than usual. You have to kind of adapt to the market conditions. So, of course, if your account can't handle 100 pip stop loss because the market's so volatile, then respect your risk 100%. But I would say don't just fear being in the market. You're like, oh, 100 pips, that's too much. Well, relative to what? What's the return? What's the reward potential with those trades? So right now, guys, this was beautiful. CPI, honestly, shout out to CPI. CPI was just such a blessing this week. And it, triggered us into the buys down here. But also, it ends up creating another amazing setup. So here's CPI. We have Wednesday before New York session. Beautiful sweep below. The market rallies. We've definitely cemented ourselves up here for the structure. So we're seeing a very bullish structure, and it's easy now. We just have to wait. I don't know if we're gonna have this today. So I want you guys to mark this up, set your alerts, have your zones. It could happen today. There's, sometimes the market wants to drop 500 pips in a day. But I am looking for buys here where we saw some key levels prior. We saw some support, some liquidity. So my entries are typically at liquidity. Where liquidity was is usually where my entry is. So it sweeps that. And now the reason I have fib here is just to check between gold and silver and how they're moving together. So gold right now looks very nice. Silver, we got this over here. So silver also looks fantastic. I mean, silver might even now, based on how it looks right now, actually it might be silver that we end up taking instead of gold. $7.5R. Music to my ears. Okay, so here's silver, guys. Also, I forgot to say we did hit 100 on the stream, so I'm gonna be giving away a trading journal at some point in time during this session. We'll do it at maybe in like 10 minutes or so. I'll give away one. And then we get to 150. I'll do another one too. Have you read Trading in the Zone? Have I read Trading in the Zone? Bro, that's crazy that you have to ask. Of course I read Trading in the Zone. I read Trading in the Zone, I don't know, 2017 maybe? 2016? I'll usually listen. I'll usually go through it like every couple years. I don't think that's Mark Douglas's best book either. I think it's a great book, but I don't even think it's his best. I think The Disciplined Trader that might be a better one. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that. If we hit 150 on this stream, I'll give away a Mark Douglas book. That's a good idea. Let's do it. So, okay, looking at silver, same process. We had the CPI liquidation here, and we also talked about silver buys at this exact entry, so that played out really well. From there, we have right here. So we're trading very high in this structure already. It looks like if we are to see the market come back, then we could get a buy opportunity here. It might be the slower paced drop. So things are looking pretty good. So we'll see between both of these. Gold and silver. At the end of the day, you won't truly know until we're over here or until we start to get a bit closer. But if right now we had to choose, I would assume that silver is going to get to this zone after gold. So take these. Actually, I'll share these here on my Telegram. So let me pull this down. Let's see, where is this? But yeah, these would be nice. It might take some time though, so I'm not 100% sure if we're gonna get these right away. You just don't know. Hola Mike, ¿ya no vas a dar más las clases por de los viernes y los domingos de Mindset por lluvia? No, va a ser por aquí. So very active from Daily Imbalance. Hey, what's up, man? Chale. You're from Nigeria, right? I actually just got a PL alert on futures for a buy. For what? Already subscribed. Cool. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. So I'll drop the charts here. Alright, so I'll drop them in here just to keep everything organized. Okay. So we got let's see, Coinbase alert. I like that. Anyone here trade stocks? How we doing with stocks? Y'all like stocks or not? Oh, what a gap down. Let's go. That's good stuff right there. We like to see that. So just so you guys know, I am simultaneously going to be taking positions here on my accounts, so futures and CFDs. So if you look, you see me looking over here, I'm either reading the chat or I'm taking trades on my accounts. So sometimes it'll be a little bit of a, I got to do my thing here. Why would this thing connect? Interesting. All right, that's fine. Okay, so with these kind of setups right now, we're just gapping back to Thursday's close or Wednesday's close here. So you guys can take a look at Coinbase, and honestly, you can look at Bitcoin, ETH, and they actually trade pretty similar. Like these are very, very similar trading assets. So if you see setups here with Coinbase, you can probably bet that you can take some pretty quality positions with here. And some of you will do it leverage. Some of you are just gonna buy some stock, which is also fantastic. I think this is gonna be an amazing no-brainer play over the years. So Coinbase looks pretty good. Right now, it looks like we had a nice sweep down. So in terms of investing, Coinbase looks fire. We may end up working our way back to kind of pre-elections prices with Coinbase. It's a possibility. So we'll kind of see how this runs through. But right now, if you're looking to kind of intraday something, doesn't look terrible. Just to bring that up. Well, let's check in with indices, right? Indices here, looking at the Owanda feed, looks like it got close, but it didn't quite mitigate yet. And if we look at a different data feed here with like Forex.com, still also didn't quite mitigate, got close, but didn't quite hit that. So what I want to do now is let's take a look at NAS. See how NAS is now starting to lead this push? Yeah, see that, right? Okay, so now that price action is showing us that NASDAQ is very much bullish, right? NASDAQ's now gotten a bit more momentum. Now it does look like, and see how now US 30 is kind of lagging behind? Okay, now I like these US 30 sells. So this is YM or MYM, depending on if you guys are trading CFDs or futures. On futures data feeds as well, it got close, but I wouldn't consider it a mitigation either. So I am going to be looking to sell US 30 in that zone. And I mean, that's a pretty small zone too, so it's pretty sweet. This is a very like low, it's a tighter stop. So if this goes our way, then this is pretty good. Now, if you want to open your stop just because, maybe, I don't know, maybe this wants to clear a little bit higher for whatever reason, then feel free, because at this point, even if you're having a 35, 40 point stop instead of a 30, the RR looks like it can be very, very nice. So I think it's probably worth it. So yeah, it's interesting. Price action between NAS and US30 are not as clean as they have been. There are days that are like this where things are a bit more choppy. They're kind of going back and forth in between, okay, which one of these assets is more bullish, which one's a bit more bearish, blah, blah, blah. So when you have it like this and it's almost like you're not even 100% sure, or you just don't even care, then I think it's not a bad idea to have a bit more of a stop, give or take 40 points, so that you can handle a little bit, have a little bit of wiggle room with an opportunity like this. So here we go a little bit higher, then I'm definitely going to be taking positions. Now obviously guys, make sure you are aware of just what your type of stop is like, what your risk, what your risk reward looks like, because it can be very different compared to what mine could be, right? So just keep that in mind. And a good tell on what you should be doing is, excuse me, how are you going to feel if once the market gets to those zones? Like that's kind of the biggest thing, is like, what is that going to feel like for you? If you're in drawdown, what does that feel like for you? So right now we're basically about to, I think we're just getting into the zone. So I'm going to be taking a position here shortly. All right, so we're just getting into there. From here, it's active. So if you want to start shorting US30 at these areas, I think it's valid to do so. So I just tapped it right there. For transparency, I'm not in yet. I wanted a little bit higher. Could that cost me? Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so almost, I'm not in quite yet, but almost there. NAS already started to work its way lower. So again, seemingly NAS is just more bearish time and time again. Now, so, you see how we kissed this zone already? So this move here is a 32 point move. So I think this was it, guys. I think this was it. It's already dropped about 21. If this keeps dropping, like it looks like it's doing right now, if this keeps happening, then this is the mitigation, and I would no longer chase this trade. And it looks like that's the case. Perfect. So let me know in the chat if you did take this right off of our sell zone. For me, unfortunately, 3 points out from taking the sell. And that's fine. It is what it is. Like, there's going to be millions of other trades. I will not take this. If it goes up again, I will not take this. For me, we already saw the exchange from the buyers to the sellers. So to get in again would not make any sense. But if you did take this from here, because like I said, this zone is where the zone is valid, then right now you're sitting at above, like how I would manage this if I was in this, which unfortunately I'm not, I would already have my stop at break even. So that's how I would manage this. But who took this? You got in? Nice. Let me know who took this setup. And how are you managing this trade if you did? I wanted it 5 pips, 5 points higher. Yeah, me too. I wanted a little bit higher. ¿Quién aquí entró en la venta, chicos? ¿Están adentro o no? Not in. And again, I would protect my money if I was in this. You're in? Okay, Angie's in. Sick. I love that for you guys. Capital preservation first. Damn, she snapped with this. Oh my God. This is so good. Yo, so every morning, so I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I used to get migraines, like, dude, all the time. It was awful. Like, honestly, it was so bad. But this sounds like I'm gonna be doing a sponsor, like, and again, there's no referrals or sponsors, but what I realized was that I wasn't getting enough magnesium glycinate. So magnesium glycinate. If you have headaches or you've had them, like I've had migraines since I was like 10, so like 20 years. And I started taking magnesium glycinate like, I don't know, 4 months ago. And then I literally haven't had a migraine since. So yeah, super grateful that that was figured out, because genuinely I was like, all right, this is how I'm gonna end up dying, to be honest. I'm just gonna have some crazy headache. So okay, see how we're back? I'm out of here. I'm not trading nothing. I'm chilling. Magnesium glycinate. So this is what it looks like. Magnesium. I should have a link to this, to be honest. I'm sleeping on that. But yeah, super fire. Like, I think it's about, I think what you kind of want to get is right around 400 milligrams a day. That's pretty good. Magnesium glycinate helps you sleep. Amazing too. Really? I didn't know that. I take it in the mornings, so maybe I should take it at nights. But okay. So look, right here, done. I'm not trading anything. Your boy is chilling. So got a good reaction. Looks like the market still wants to keep moving. So that's okay with me. I got no more business here. This was filled right there for me. So I'm out of here. That's my approach. To me, we already saw the in and out of money, so I don't need to be in the market anymore with this, and I'm chilling on that. Broke even. Yep. Had the same problems as a kid till now. Joao, bro, trust me. Let me know. But magnesium glycinate, man. I swear, I'm like a what? I do need to get an affiliate link. I'm like the Jehovah's Witness of magnesium glycinate. But all right, so all good here. We can move on. And let me go ahead and get the metals charts out for you guys, for all you metalheads over there. Drop the Amazon affiliate. I'm gonna have man set that up for me real quick. I got the potions, El Mago with the potions. Got all kind of concoctions. Tomó el trade o no. Daniel, entonces lo que decía era que como reaccionó ya una vez, ya había mitigado. Entonces no estoy vendiendo ese 30, no me activó de primera vez, bajó 35 puntos, ya fue, yo ya me quedo afuera. Ya no disparo con ese 30, ya dio la reacción. Si hubiera estado dentro, hubiera terminado en break-even. Ahí está Héctor, Daniel, para los que están aquí en español, ya como siempre me preguntan y aquí les voy contestando. So I do want to do the giveaway right now while we're transitioning into breaking down a couple other things. So how should I give this away? I probably should have thought of that beforehand. Shit. How do people do giveaways out here? What do you people, YouTube people do? How's it work? I think of a number. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm gonna write it down. Think of a number. What, between what? 1 and 100. All right. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write this on this Best Buy 401k thing. I think I have a pen in my pocket, actually. I do have a pen in my pocket. All right. I'm going to put a number down. Voy a poner un número. Ustedes lo escogen. De 1 a 100. All right. 1 to 100. No reflections, no cheating. All right. Whoever guesses it right first wins, okay? El que escoge primero gana. All right. I'm going to give away a trading journal first. If we hit 150, I'm going to give away a book. Okay. Nope. If I was a good YouTuber, I would have had some sort of incentive or some sort of like, you know, something. Nobody yet, I think. Nadie aquí. De 1 a 100. Boom. I think Joe Rogan. Where is it? 63 was the number. Can you see it? All right. see that? Is that way? Give away here. Yeah. Oh no, my social security. At 63. Actually, come on. All right, 63. Wait. Oh no, my credit card number and my socials on that piece of paper. So yeah, Joe Ryan, bro, got a trading journal for you. That's a $50 journal, bro. So shout out to you. Hit me up on Instagram, and I'll send it your way. Actually, I'll send it to you, and then we'll prove it, right? Make sure you get it. All right, let's get 150. Let's hit 150. Who wants a free trading book? Why not, you know? All right, so we got 2 charts here. You gotta keep it fun, man. I want you guys, and that trading journal, I mean, for those of you that have it, y'all already know it's a game changer. It really kind of shifts you from being an average, like you just sloppy documentation, to really thorough documentation. Like you get to, everything is set in stone for you guys there. So if you don't have it, definitely check it out. All right, so you're in sells on silver? What a beast. All right, so gold, I'm gonna drop this chart in the Telegram. That's pinned at the top. And then silver as well. Say GUSD. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now, me preguntaron si me gusta la continuación. No. No me gusta la continuación de aquí. No me importa. Esto aquí ya reaccionó. Yeah, this already reacted for gold. De aquí ya, no tengo interés ahí. Some people are late on the stream, so I'm getting like random numbers now. Hey, make sure you're live. You're actually live. All right. So let's look at some currency pairs real quick. The higher entry on US30 looks like it did play out. For those of you that decided to take that instead. Look at you. So for me, that's fine. Like I'm so okay with not being in this trade because I have enough data with my own data that once the market hits my zone and rejects it like it did earlier here. Yeah, Nan's doing some construction over there or something. So yeah, with this kind of trade, we pushed from here. The market, in my opinion, right, got to this, got to these highs, dropped 30 points, blah, 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 did its thing, here we go. So for me, done. The fact that this already happened, I am 100% at peace with this. I don't care because the amount of times that this would just keep going and we wouldn't get something like this, I have enough proof for me not to ever chase that again. So cool on that. So, okay, with currencies, I do see a potential play with a couple different things here. And one, I think we have AUD USD still leaving behind some buys from way over here. So this is, all the way over here. Chicos, desde aquí tenemos compras con el australiano. Y esto falta mucho más que caer. So from the drop, continuation, this is what we'll wait for. It'll take some time. Now, from here though, we have another type of play. And this is looking at Euro USD and GU. And there's a couple different things that are happening at the moment. So with Euro, this was CPI. you had the big drop and then the rally and the continuation. With GU, similar situation, big drop, the market pushes forward, it creates higher highs, and then just keeps on moving. So I don't know if we've really mitigated this sell. The market did come back and play it in this structure, but with this imbalance here, I still think GBP USD could give us a good buy in this zone. However, based off of price action yesterday we got some really nice movement. So instead of having to trade down here, we actually have another setup that could give us a decent risk reward before there. And so I'm going to go through these because you will have similar setups between GU, EU, NZD-USD, AUD-USD, and it looks like this. So we have these, just a little bit of support here during New York session. You have the big spike down. I think this was Trump's press conference. So you had the move here. This here then pushes the market to the upside. So you see very clearly how money comes in, pushes below, liquidates, imbalance, market goes ahead, goes on forward. Beautiful. Moves on up. Entonces vemos aquí liquidez, caída, captura de liquidez, yen imbalance, continuación, confirma tendencia, bellísimo. Todo esto bellísimo. Esto aquí ya nos está confirmando una idea. So, I really like what we have here with GBP USD. Let's check in with other pairs to see what the rest of them look like. Before I do that, let me just check in the chat. I'm in gold sells. So cool. I'm losing your attention. Sol. We'll look at crypto here soon. Okay, so from here, same. You can see this with the euro. Euro USD drops quite a bit more aggressively here. And let's just check a couple other data feeds. So this is what Oanda looks like from here. It does crack below. Big push down. See that? Gets below this. So let me check just to see how big this move is. And then we can also cross-reference with futures contracts. So this is a really big move, and it goes even further. So I like this. And what will really help is going to be the way that the market here, always use fib to understand how deep these pullbacks are, which ones are more aggressive on the way down or not. So right now we're seeing AUD USD, right? Similar move, the drop, continuation. NZD USD, similar move, the drop, continuation. Everything is moving very similarly. So how do you make the best decision? Trade the lagger. Whatever gets to these zones at a slower pace, that's the one that's most likely to stay within. So take your pick between the bunch. I mean, yeah, I don't know which one it's going to be yet. It's just a matter of time. You gotta wait. So aquí, chicos, let's see. I have a question for you guys. So I want to serve obviously the English community, and I want to serve the Spanish community. So is doing Spanglish the best approach, or should I have an hour like I usually do, where it's mainly English, quick Spanish translations, and then the second hour is mainly Spanish with then frequent, like every once in a while translate back to English, or should I try to kind of just mix it up throughout the whole process? Básicamente, chicos, les pregunto si doy una sesión primero en inglés y les traduzco ahí cuando sea en español, y después la segunda hora lo hago en español y ahí más o menos voy traduciendo en inglés poco, o lo hago y básicamente al mismo tiempo los dos idiomas las 2 horas. ¿Cómo les gustaría? ¿Cómo prefieren eso? Spanglish? All right, cool. Sí, como quieras. Spanglish. Slanglish. Dale. Ok, cool. Pues eso es lo que pueden esperar, chicos. Voy a estar bien enfocado en dar los dos. Y así lo hacemos. So, alright, cool. Appreciate you guys. I feel like it would get pretty difficult for you eventually. Nothing is difficult. Just mindset. Por mí está bien este formato ya que estoy tratando de aprender inglés. Total, dual. Duolingo. Como sea, pero transmite cada 8 días. Daniel aquí se le manda mandando los 10 idiomas. Coloca el traductor de voz de YouTube. ¿Cómo se hace eso? PR, what's up? Alright, so with all of these dollar pairs, they look basically the same. So let me add this to the Telegram note here. And then I'll say like XXX USD. I'll move this over. Alright, so most pairs are looking pretty similar. I'll be taking whichever pair reaches the zone last. Alright, perfect. Okay. Hola español, hasta esta hora buenísimo. Son bromas, Daniel. Okay, let's take a look at USD CAD and the rest of them. The continuation bearish trend on dollar CAD, dollar franc has been pretty solid. Things are just moving. I know some of you took a sell right here. I don't trade Forex as much. I think it's about, if I look at my stats, I think it's about 15% of my trades are currencies. Let me see, I'll pull it up for you guys. Yeah, I think on my Darwinex, that's how I have it, sort of shows. Yeah, here we go, I'll pull it up for you guys. So I learned that you can move tabs from one window to another here. There we go. Alright, so yeah, here we go. So with I think it's commodities for it's a little under 20% here. So yeah, with this of my total percentage, I actually win a little bit less frequently on Forex apparently, but it's about 20% of my trades here. So it's not bad. All right, so yeah, I mean, USD CAD's trending pretty bearish. Como el 20% de mis ideas son divisas. It's in this zone where you could have buys over here. However, again, I don't trade a pair, I trade the markets. So yo no opero un par, yo opero el mercado. So everything is kind of a huge game of chess, and that's how I look at it. So I do approach the market a little bit differently. Todo es como juego de ajedrez por aquí. So right now, for example, USD CAD is right here, Wednesday, December 11th. Very bearish. It's leading the push down, so I don't really like to buy USD CAD. I like selling USD CAD because it's just way more bearish. But overall, with these setups, none of these look anywhere interesting to me at all. Here goes metals. Metals dropping a little more. We might get down here today. Es posible que lleguemos aquí abajo hoy, chicos. Miren. Big moves. Big moves. All right, natural gas. I know some of you take this. Some of you like to trade this here. No really quality setups for me here. I know we had a big push up and the market came back down. So some of you maybe took this sell-off. It looks like it didn't last. It wasn't strong enough demand over here, so this just kept pushing. So if you did take a sell here, hopefully you manage that appropriately. All right, Mexican peso. Oh, it just got to the zone. Here we go. Finally. Damn, this took forever. Bueno, aquí, miren chicos, teníamos aquí una captura de liquidez, nos da la continuación, se mantiene por aquí, mantenemos precio por mucho tiempo en estos lados. Entonces estaba buscando compras aquí con el peso mexicano en estas áreas. Entonces por aquí me gustan compras en esta zona. Con el peso mexicano. So with Mexican peso, guys, I've been waiting for this move for a bit here. Now, ideally, if this would have been a solid structure, like if price would have actually shown us that there's demand at these highs, then this would have been an A+ setup for me. However, it didn't. It came up, lost momentum. We didn't go lower at all. We just have been sustaining. So this is a good setup, not an A+ setup for me, because we still maintain, above these highs. We still traded up here. There's clearly demand and there's liquidity at these levels. So can we still get reversals out of this zone? I think so. I think we can still push higher. However, this would have been really quality if we had way more demand. So entry wise, I think this is good. We might have already missed the entry zone that I would have preferred. And then you have to consider the risk reward that you want to take. So with Mexican peso, buys in the zone, which this was the buy. I saw the alert go off, but for whatever reason I didn't have the urgency to check. It went off during our stream here. And I think this gives us a healthy potential to get a 3R, 4R into imbalance here, like playing into these zones. So honestly, it's worth the setup. Let's see if we can get down here again and take it. So I'm going to have an alert here set. I don't want to buy from up here. So if we do get another pullback into the zone, then I'm down. Otherwise, I'll just have to make my peace with this. Glad I showed up on your stream today, Mago. What's up, Cody? What's up, my G, man? Have a great day, man. Hit me up for whatever, right? US 30 down. Yep. Have a blessed day, bro. Liliana, you got in? Okay. Does that double bottom concern you on silver for the first wick? I'll have to check, man. Okay. So, you got in on peso, Liliana? Let me know. But let's see. We'll go back to this. Si se regresa aquí, le voy a disparar. Si no, y se va sin nosotros, pues ya es lo que es, ¿verdad? Pero vamos a ver aquí. Ya está reaccionando bien. Miren. Posiblemente nos dé un cambio de estructura y todo, y podremos tener algo. So we'll see. Maybe we get a different structure and we can take another position. Or we just get lucky and it comes back and we can take a trade. So we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. All right, let's take a look at some crypto. I know you've been waiting. You guys have been waiting. Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Let's go. All right, what's going down here? So Sol right now can be pretty key. We're starting to trade above these highs here. If we can really maintain demand above, that's a good sign that we can keep rallying up for Sol. ETH and Bitcoin might be moving a little differently. ETH here, it's struggling to really keep trading above 27, 25. We want demand up here. We want price trading higher. so that we can get confirmation that we're going to keep pushing. Otherwise, there's no proof. And then same thing with Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is moving pretty good. ETH BTC is showing us here. So ETH BTC chart is showing that Ethereum looks like it's having more and more strength over Bitcoin. So that's usually a good sign for altcoins. Now, guys, I'm going to show you this because I think it's extremely important. But ETH BTC, this to me is the biggest sign that altcoin season is beginning. That at least we're going to see more movement going into alts than Bitcoin moving forward. We got back to imbalance and we mitigated January 2021 price action. This over here was the beginning of altcoin season in the last cycle. So alts can really bounce from here and go crazy. Entonces, chicos, por estas áreas aquí es donde el último ciclo del impulso alcista de las monedas alternativas aquí arrancó. Entonces ya Ethereum y BTC nos está indicando que Ethereum puede empezar a agarrar más impulso sobre BTC y quiere decir que va a estar entrando un poco más capital en las monedas alternativas en vez de en Bitcoin. Entonces está agarrando un poco más fuerza. Eso es brutal. So, yeah, this is a good sign, guys. This is a good sign for the overall markets and where things can keep going. I mean, you guys are basically noticing an accumulation setup on ETH BTC here. So, yeah, good things ahead. Bitcoin, as you can see, Bitcoin dropping quite a bit this last hour. Looks like Bitcoin's following along with US 30 much more closely than with Nas today. So a lot aggressive moves down with Bitcoin. Compare this to ETH not as aggressively moving down. So if you're looking for buys at some point, it looks like ETH is going to be giving you better plays overall. So something to keep in mind here. All right, so going back to indices, we've now circled our way back. But check this out. We're getting good plays. So, yeah, missed out on the sell, whatever. It happens. Happens all the time. So, like I said, because I already had accepted, I already had made my peace with if this were to happen, I'm okay with it. I'm unbothered, right, with the scenario. What's amazing is that if we can keep demand down here, so if we have US 30 stay trading down here, get some demand for a little bit, another hour or so, 30 minutes, an hour, and then we can work our way back. Then we can get sells and keep rallying down. Because right now it's clear that US 30 is pushing bearish. It's very clear here. So we could end up getting a play like this later on. So from here, we start to see the market push aggressively to the upside, and even starts like here, it stalls out again, then pushes up again. So entries around this zone, totally understand. Right around this area. What ideally we would get is we want to see the markets maintain these structures. So, excuse me. We want to see, because the 1 minute is now showing us higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, lower lows. Lower lows are fantastic here. Queremos ver esto, que aquí se mantenga este tipo de estructura, que tenga aquí este tipo de movimiento. Esto nos ayuda mucho. Oh yeah, gold is melting. Vean esto, chicos. Cambiar rapidito aquí. Vamos a ver aquí los metales. So let me just quickly shift, just because I know we're getting closer. Gold could possibly play out of here, but look at this, dropping 618 pullback. You have silver also dropping, just not nearly as aggressive. 38.2. So I'm chilling on gold. This is showing us that silver is probably going to be a better trade. You guys see that? Silver here is probably going to be a better idea just because it's pulling back at such a less aggressive momentum. So I don't know if it'll happen today, but whenever it does, these ideas look like they're going to be pretty solid. What looks better is gold sells. So gold sells might be great opportunities later on. Here we saw gold, for example, push aggressively all the way up to here before everything starts to drop. So if gold sustains these lows, then what you can actually get is some pretty quality gold sells here. So we'll see how things unravel, but this could be a good idea. Entonces, chicos, como vamos viendo, el oro empezó a derretirse, tiene mucha más fuerza bajista. Plata parece ser como una oportunidad que creo que va a llegar a la zona de compras después, y esa creo que va a ser la mejor idea. Si oro nos confirma aquí que tiene demanda, estructura bajista y se mantiene por aquí abajo, entonces ahí sí podríamos después buscar ventas por estas áreas aquí y podríamos seguir vendiendo. Entonces algo así creo que es lo que queremos ver. Dejemos que el mercado nos indique, que nos dé con más tiempo. Good looks. Okay. So back here, right, back with the indices today. Honestly, today price action's been this is not some of our easiest trading. I mean, the sell looked good, but even then it was really choppy. The way US 30 and NAS have been trading today, they're kind of going back and forth on which one's trending more in one way or another. There's definitely easier trading days where price action is just much more clear, where they're both moving in the same direction. One's a bit more aggressive than the other, and taking a position is just very simple, very easy. Today it's been a little bit more choppy, it's a little bit less indecisive, or a bit more indecisive. So when you have something like this, sometimes you're better off just letting the markets print more and more candles until you have just an abundantly clear opportunity. And what happens often is that we want to be in the market. So you start to just convince yourself that you see something and nothing's there. All right. Entonces, chicos, hoy no fue un día en que estaba súper claro acción de precio. El mercado hoy ha estado un poco más como consolidando, sube y bajar, más en rangos. Entonces, hay días que la acción de precio es mucho más fácil de interpretar. Hay días en que el mercado realmente nos presenta ideas bien fácil. Y a veces, la primera hora, 2-3 horas, no te da algo claro, pero después de un buen rato, tienes algo y se te presenta algo súper claro. Entonces vamos a dejar que el mercado simplemente siga dándonos confirmación de dirección y quizás más tarde tenemos algo un poco mejor. So, yeah, we'll give it time and we'll see how this goes. Let's zoom out a little bit again just to get some perspective. Vamos a ver aquí qué podríamos ver. Y en el momento, ¿verdad? Si todavía estamos aquí analizando estas ideas, que era lo que originalmente nos gustaba, queríamos ver si teníamos compras aquí, en estos lados. La compra a mí sí todavía me gusta. Con Nasdaq es posible que lleguemos todavía a estas áreas. Entonces yo aquí sí pondría la idea por estas áreas aquí, las compras. Si vemos entre Nasdaq y US30, vamos a ver qué sucede. Pendiente con esto, chicos. Miren esta liquidez que se está formando aquí. ¿Qué nos indica esto? Guys, when you see something like this, what does this show you? What does this mean to you? What could happen? Let me know. How do you interpret this? Death trap. Flush it. So yeah, liquidity is building up right here. All right. So there's lick right there. So this can get swept for sure. Trendline liquidity. That's right. So at some point we could see an aggressive move further down to clear all this up. So I wouldn't want to be a buyer right now. That's basically what I'm saying. No, a mí ser comprador aquí no es la preferencia en este momento. Voy a compartir aquí Nasdaq con ustedes por aquí. También. So let me add Nasdaq to the ideas here. Just set this in there. So you guys want this here you go. Actually, I think I can do this. Copy post link. Yeah, here we go. Ahí viene. Ahí si quieren los enlaces, ahí está. Looks like it might start cracking through here. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all I got for y'all today. For now, shout out, was it Joe Ryan, got the free trading journal. I know a lot of you had it. I think I've given away a ton of them. I think over 1,000 people have one now, which is so cool. And again, for me guys, the biggest thing has been documentation, because you just really learn who you are as a trader. And I think that's something that, in my opinion, like learning about your own behaviors, your own data, what times work best for you, what assets work best for you, how you're responding to certain things, being able to read and see who you're becoming and what you need to change as a trader is invaluable. Learning, what exits are going to work better for you, and also just you start to build a large, massive sample size. So obviously you guys don't have to use mine, but if you want to, it's in the description. But have something where you're tracking what you're doing, because otherwise you're just going to keep doing the same things, and if you're not seeing the results you want, you can't keep doing the same things. You know what I mean? So yeah, what did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy the session? If you enjoyed the session today, let me know. If you want me to keep doing these, let me know here. And it's been cool. It's been a good time. I've had fun. But I'll see you guys Monday. Yeah, I like to do a market outlook session on Mondays here. So catch you guys Monday here. And then, we'll keep them coming. So subscribe, like, do all that good YouTube stuff. And have a great rest of your day, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Se me cuidan, chicos. Hasta la próxima. Los veo.